welcome back to Yes. You guessed it. Your friend, your buddy.
Whoop, whoop.
Sodi Pop Media.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. How's it going? Right here on
YouTube.
I think we're good to go. Looks like oh, nope. I have my little bit of doubling of the voice. Let's turn that off for you. There we go. We should be just fine now. Cool. All right, we are back. Welcome back to Sodi Pop on YouTube. And yes, we're about to discuss the market is going crazy. Is it going crazy? Maybe, maybe not. We'll talk about that. My cat is going crazy, that's for sure. And then we'll discuss today's drop and do a little comic reading as always. So we have the wonderful, the venerable Margaret MacTaggart just got released. As I just closed the tab. There we go. So we have the Uncanny X-Men number 96 with the first appearance of Moira MacTaggart. Now this person was new to me. I wasn't very familiar with her at all, and still am not a whole bunch, but she's introduced in this X-Men comic number 96. And so I was just thinking, because they've done a lot of interesting first introductions into characters that we might not be familiar with yet, right? And with that being said, please if no one hope you're doing well. Oh no, interesting. Oh no. Oh, here's what's happening. That's what I didn't do. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me and everything's good to go. Thank you very much, Brendan. What happened is I had it on studio mode on OBS because I was messing with some settings, and we are back now. All good. Good. There we go. See, that's why I have chat open. All right, seems as if no one got one. Interesting. I know we had some people were talking about that last time. So, are they still available? That is the question. I technically still have the buy now button on my screen. I did not get one either. Granted, I haven't got one in forever. So maybe we'll just keep on hitting it. Brendan Z, are you still hitting it? And how are you doing? How's the weather over there? It's pretty good over here. Got some coffee today. Got my old Bill's coffee mug. Well, mug is generous to say. Thermos of sorts. I got that old school thing going on. Yeah. But yeah, so it seems like no one's got one is what Brendan Z here is saying. Hopefully, I'm just going to keep on clicking while we're hanging out here, and we'll see what happens. But let's go over this. So, Moira MacTaggart. I forgot what I said when I first, it was like, I said Margot MacTaggart or something when I first opened up the stream. We have Moira MacTaggart. Of course, we have the very nice looking custom VeVe artwork here. Her very first appearance, but is this mysterious woman as domestic as she seems? Because she is a new housekeeper. And what ties does she have to Professor X's past? Meanwhile, Cyclops accidentally releases two demons with his optic blast. Oh, crazy Cyclops, goofy. Again, we have 30,000 editions. Classic cover 21,000, all the way up to Secret Rare at 600 Secret Rare, which was lovely. Again, they are doing the character spotlight, I'll call it, where it's just the character on a white background. If you're collecting secret rares will look really nice showroom when eventually they launch that feature where you can display comics fully in your showroom. So very cool. I love it. Is this a hold? Maybe not, but we'll discuss that shortly because we have fun things coming up. So my app just crashed. Buy now button disappeared. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and check the feed. I'm gonna plug you guys in here, and hopefully you can see. And let's check the feed. Let's see if anyone got one yet. Because usually the feed, I like to look at Twitter feed to see if anyone received one. Should be up and running here. My lovely connecting thing. Please I sorry. Again. And again, we did have, beautiful. There it is. There she goes. Very nice. Cool. I think I have it a little bit clearer on this screen here. Yes, I do. So let's check out the feed real quick, see what's happening. Right, we are seeing some posts. Follow for follow, classic. Not really sure why people are still doing follow for follow on this app. Because they've said that won't necessarily net you points, or it will not net you points to follows, which is kind of funny. Oh, we have someone trying to push the floor up on the Hulk. Very interesting. I don't see any. If this is making anyone sick, my apologies. Yeah, I don't see any posts for this. So perhaps no one received one yet, which would be very interesting. At the market's not open yet. It's sold out, although you could be going back in. This is what happened with the, how was it, Austin Martin drop, where 44th minute is when people actually received them. So although this is not nearly as sought after as that Austin Martin drop with the being Moira MacTaggart, but one point I was going to make is that VeVe ain't silly. You know, each one of these partnerships, they're releasing something important to the company or the companies in some way. So you could be seeing a lot of introductions of characters here that are planned to be coming in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know, X-Men was 20th Century Fox, so now X-Men is technically owned by Disney, so you'll see them intertwined with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And how Spider-Man played friendly with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the same way how Deadpool, we kind of saw the regular X-Men up in and out there, and Deadpool 2. I mean, it was more hinted at than they actually like came in, but it was a funny way in which they did it. So, all right, we will leave it at that for right now. Let's go ahead and look at some of the prices for. Go ahead and look at some of the prices for this market because things have been taken off. Let me switch it back to my face real quick. Bache. So I can make sure I'm logged in properly. Out. Go. And I think we're good. Oh, beautiful. All right. So let's go ahead and look at some prices because something's been going up. And is this a real pump or not? We shall see. So as always, we'll check out the golden moments first. We had Lady and the Tramp. He is apparently down. Donald and Daisy Duck still below 1K, which I love for Donald and Daisy Duck. When I say I love that, not a bad price to pick these up at, most likely. Most likely, who knows? R2D2 had a slight recovery. Now, overall, these are all pretty much down, right? From this like early January pump. Let's say second week of January, that's where they started to pump at like the 13th, 14th, 11th area, right? The first week, season 1, series 1 of Batman started to pump, season 1. And then came Golden Moments, and then came a bunch of other stuff. So R2D2, he jumped on here around 3,000, 4,000, which is an awesome price to pick him up. Now recovered to 5K. Still not past his all-time highs. That's just fine. So a lot of people are questioning, will this hold? And that is impossible to know. No one can tell you that. T3PO's chart looks exactly the same, where we have this dip down, then a little recovery. Will this hold? Who knows? So there's a couple things that could be happening. A dead cat bounce, right? Which is where the market looks like it's recovering, like here, and then it just goes further and further. And it's because, you know, you have a dead cat bouncing off the floor. It's dead, right? Or you have a bull trap, which would be shorter term where the bulls come in, the people are all positive and they buy this up and they're like, cool, I'm ready, it's returning to form, great. And then you get trapped, everything drops down again. That could be happening. I'm gonna sneeze. Yes. Okay. I think I found the sneeze. There. Beautiful. Whoa, that was a close one, right, guys? All right. We also have Iron Man doing the pretty much exact same thing. Going down, recovering, and it was interesting. Remember when we looked at these golden moments a couple weeks ago, where almost all of them, except the Mickey hat, was a little bit different. Ollie was a little bit different, where they were like just going straight down. There's like a pump. Like all our charts look so similar. Elsa, let's see what she does. She's a really interesting one because she has a little bit of recovery, but not nearly as much as the others. And 1600 if you can believe it. That is just crazy. So some of these are at a 50% discount. Mickey's Sorcerer Hat is one I've been watching closely. So this one is interesting because it changed from a first appearance to a first edition. Does that give it any less value? I don't think so. I mean, this is a pretty iconic thing, and it's still part of the series one. It completes the Elsa set. It is more rare than the Elsa. But if you look at the prices, it has come much more in parity with Elsa, where Elsa is around 2100, around 2800. So it used to always be above Elsa for the most part. There was a time when they were like close, but it broke away in January for sure. So Mickey Sorcerer has down quite a bit. This one was when I was watching when it dropped to 4K. I was like, that's interesting. All right, that could be a play if I have something to trade for it. I was never going to put in new gems for it, but if I had something that was similar price that I didn't want as much, yes, I didn't, unfortunately. I would have to have sold a few things, which I wasn't willing to do at the time, but always possible. So, what are we seeing here? Homer and Bart has this recovered, not too much, not nearly as much as some of the other ones. Let's turn some of this down here. Not nearly as much as some of these other ones. Notifications don't go off. Beautiful. So we have seen the golden moments in particular take off. Skateboard, this one recovered a little bit, not as much as the other ones. See this like V bottom area that I'm circling here? That is not nearly as much as we have seen the previous ones. Rajit Raj, hi man, what's happening? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Um, and if you were on last stream, we did the giveaways. Of course, we had Ghost Spider. Let's go ahead and check out Ghost Spider because that's another one. I had a few of. I actually bought after I gave a couple away. Again, I almost said I was going to give away one, but I gave away two because that's what we do here at Sodi Pop. We do little surprises here and there. Ghost Spider is another one that recovered a little bit. Nice little percentage bump. It was at 70 previously. Let's see, it got down to 67. Looks like the bottom here that I can see, but it went back up to 80, which is a nice little percentage gain. Not chump change, around 10% or so. So you're up today if you bought during that time. But will this continue? We have no idea. So someone on Reddit asked, hey, OGs, will this continue? I guess I'm considered an OG. I was back here in March of March 2nd, I think was the first thing I bought. I knew about it before then, but that was the first thing I bought of VeVe. So I bought Pogo, which was one of the unicornos. And again, no one knows. That's the big thing. But if you want to be safe, you dollar cost average. So if you have 1,000, no giveaways today, Rajit Raj. I will announce them on Twitter. There will be one for 500 subscribers, which I'll be announcing shortly, and we'll definitely do it there. But I appreciate your gumption, right? Thank you so much. Uh, but yeah, so going back, the market. No one knows what's going to happen. How do you stay safe? How do you handle this? Well, one of the best ways historically is to dollar cost average because what we still have all these like big events going on. We still have the Ukrainian Russian thing, the conflict there. We still have the United States and world markets are going crazy because the United States just announced their I think it's DCI or PCI, whatever the something I numbers, which are inflation numbers, which are around 7%. But if you've been going to the grocery store at all, you know it's more than that because the way they calculate those inflation numbers doesn't include, and they've taken things out over the years to make it appear better or to have a real thing of inflation, but really they've been taking stuff out. So you can see that groceries have gone up probably 20, 25%. Obviously, gas has gone crazy up. That's more of a result, yeah, inflation, but also a result of the Ukrainian Russian thing because of gas imports and the like. So we have seen that inflation is probably more real terms to people living everyday lives, renting, buying food at the grocery store is much, much worse. So a lot of the concern is that that's going to send us into a full-blown recession like we saw in 2008, 2009, which can typically last for a little bit. So that's the point. Is like we're facing these two sides, yes or no. So how do you take the middle road? Well, number one, make sure you have, I think, emergency savings, which would give you like $1,000, $2,000 just to pay rent, buy food for the next couple of months, right? Just in case something happens, recession happens, because if recession does happen, people will lose their jobs and everything. That's never fun. But also, you want to be prepared if that doesn't happen, because that's a real possibility. A lot of these people that are screaming recession have been screaming it for 20 years, right? Or since 2008, 2009, which is not 20 years at that, but close, 13, 14 years. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen. So if you have $1,000 right now just to spend, right? I would slowly buy things, Ghost Spider's one of my favorites. I think she's going to go up with the market pretty low right now. So the percentage she could go up 500%, whereas it's going to take, let's say Elsa to go up 500%. That's going to be 15K. Not that she can't. I think she eventually will at some points, in the years to come. Of course, it doesn't want to show me any golden moments anyway. Search functionality out of Comey Wiki ain't great. Oops. Golden moments. Let's see if that works. There we go. It does work this time. So Elsa, she's right around 2K, 3K. Where is she? She's 2K. Okay, and I thought she was 3K. But she's 2K, which we just looked at. Now she, to go 5x, would have to go to 10K. Did she do that? Absolutely. But to go 5x for 80 buckaroos is only 400, which is not crazy for Spider Ghost down the road. So that's why I'm trying to look at some of these deals. Elsa, for me, would be a long-term hold if I bought her. But if I only had 1,000 gems, or 2,000 gems in this case, I don't want to spend all of them on Elsa. I want to buy things that I think will go up in value over time, which I think any of these season one golden moments will, just because altogether they're important. Some definitely more valuable than the other. Iron Man, I think, is one of the cheaper ones. That's probably would be one of my top buys, and Homer and Bart, to be honest. Which Homer and Bart is lower than I think it probably should be. So a lot of good ones. Lady and the Tramp is a really good surprise buy right now. I have no idea. Lady and the Tramp is not popular. Its time has passed from a long time ago. So we will see. But the question remains, will this last? Will this affect the rest of the market? Possibly. Um, Also, there is the portion that collectibles in general, when you talk cars and paintings and all that stuff, do much better in a recession than most assets. However, I will say these are digital collectibles, and we don't know. They're a lot easier to buy and sell, which is great for us in general. That's why so many people are coming into VeVe, because they're so easy to buy and sell and maintain. Whereas something like a car, a painting, what have you, only a lot of the top people are buying and selling those, which those are the people that are usually least affected by the recession anyways. So I have 200 gems. What would you recommend? Okay, so two situations, Raj. If or Rajit Raj, the 200 gems. So if you only have 200 gems in your account at all, I would say don't spend all of them. But let's say you want to spend 70% of them and you want to keep some for drops, you want to keep some just in case you see a good deal or whatever. Okay. I think you should always have some gems just in case. And I've learned that lesson many, many times through many, many markets, and even in this one, right? So, and you've seen a lot of people be like, oh, I was on the app and I saw this Marvel #1 secret rare listed for 175 and I bought it because someone made a mistake. And you want to be able to take advantage of those. You know, if they're a friend of mine and they make that mistake and I buy it from them, I would be more inclined to give it back. If I have no idea who the person is, um, that's a mistake that you'll never make again. So, all right, let's look up what's the first one of Ghost Rider. It is, what is the first edition of Ghost Rider? Is it Giant? That, hold on, let me look that up. Ghost Rider, Ghost Rider, Ghost Rider. A couple of I was trying to buy more when the market first opened for the first appearance of Ghost Rider, and because they're at like around 10 gems, wasn't able to buy them. Marvel Spotlight, that's what I cannot remember. Marvel Spotlight. Hopefully it can. Oh, comics. The Marvel Spotlight #5 for Appearance of Ghost Rider would probably be where I'd buy a few of them. So what would be my strategy with 200 gems? I'm looking for stuff that would pump up. And you're trying at 200 gems, you're not trying to, let's say you only have 200 gems, you don't have any other collectibles. If you only have 200 gems, Marvel Spotlight is one of the most sought after, yet still cheapest comics available. And we can go, there's uh, many YouTubers out there. Comics and Cryptos is one of the, and I'm sure you've seen their stuff pop up. They do this little auto or sell thing. We will, so where I'm going to is their link tree. They have this little comic books ranking system, right? And there's a lot of people have different rankings, and they are not, so these aren't exact, but I did the research already. So in the top 1 through 3, these are all some of the most expensive. First appearance, Marvel Comics #1, Fantastic Four, Amazing Spider-Man. Skip those. Amazing Spider-Man if you can get that, but that's going to be around 100 gems or past 100 gems already. So, Amazing Spider-Man. Let's look at my NFT tracker. It's easier to view it on here. It's easier to search on here, I should say. And #1. So here's Amazing Spider-Man #1. So you can see that his common is 130. So a little pricey. So Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, that's going to be more expensive too. King and Conquer is only 10,000 editions. So that one is like 300 or 400 gems. Journey into Mystery is also a decent one. That's at a decent price right now. I think it was like 70 last I checked. Journey into Mystery. Did I spell journey right? Maybe. Anyway. So that one is the common 48 gems. No, so it is cheaper. It is one of the cheaper. So that's also a good one if you want to, you know, try a few different ones. So Journey into Mystery, which is for them higher ranked. Is it more important? I don't know. Daredevil #1 is around, I think that one's the one that is around 70 to 80 gems. And I'm not just, we're going to talk about ones that are important to buy. So Daredevil #1 is, where is the comment? Ah, here we go. Common is around 91 gems. So that was the one I was thinking of. Right now you have #7, FA of Loki, Journey into Mystery, 85. And then the very next one is Marvel Spotlight there, FA of Ghost Rider. Those are the 2 cheapest in the top 7 here. So the top 7, those are the 2 cheapest comics. Dr. Octopus, I think, is also very good. And then the first appearance of Green Goblin, great too. That one, they rank a little bit lower. I really like that one, but it is more editions because it's 70,000 editions. So keep that in mind if you're collecting these. So I would stick to, unclick this one. I would personally stick to Journey to Mystery, Marvel Spotlight. Around 40 gems for the commons. I think those will go up when the market goes up. When will that happen? I don't know. Stay patient. So, but for 200 gems, 200, you can get, let's say 40, you can get 4, because they're more, a little more than 40. So you can get 4 of them. That gives you the ability to stack 4, maybe buy 2 of each. And let's say you want to just get more gems. Plan to sell them at least at probably more than a double, because remember there's an 8.5% fee. So you want to sell them at like maybe 89, so you can get at least 80 gems out of the sale. But I would probably wait till more. I think they will, if they move up, and when they move up, they'll move up to more than that. Be patient, sit on your hands a little bit, and you're going to see things move up in waves. You're going to see the golden moments is going, let's say this is the continuation. The golden moments is happening first. Last time it was Batman season 1 that was happening first, and then other season 1 collectibles, which I noticed right away. I was like, cool. I got ready. I sold a Nightwing for 2,000 gems, and then I bought a Marvel Comics Ultra Rare #1, and that one still is above where I bought it because it was an amazing timing. It just worked out for me. Um, but I'd planned that, right? I was very careful in what I did. And there's ones that I did that weren't as perfect, but still I ended up ahead, to be honest. So these two, you can trade 80 gems at least. I would go for nothing less. You're looking for multiples because this stuff is so risky. You're not looking for 10, 20%, looking for 1, 2, 3, 4 times the amount that you put in these. So you have 4 of them, maybe 5 if you can squeeze it. And that's where I would probably concentrate it, getting these comics. They're easy to sell. Keep going, buddy. I'll reach you one give out. Thank you very much. And there'll be giveaways, Rush. So that's what I would go for. Would it be any collectibles? I really like Ghost Spider, but she's 80 gems. Too much for you right now. You have only 200. Anything else? No, I mean, those are some of the best ones. Yeah, you could chance it on like Peely Fantasy or other things that are like kind of close to their buying price in the market. But those are more risky. You know, they are. There's a lot of other fun things in the market that you could go for, but I'm just not. Let's go to the NFTs. Let's go to collectibles. So you could go with some of this other stuff. I would skip the rep and rack. Black Panther, he's already at 105, so you want to skip him. I love this Wonder Woman statue, but she's not a first appearance. I think she'll go up, but it's really hard to know. So if you're going collectibles, I would stick to first appearance ones, which almost any of these Marvel Mighties is great. Spider Woman, might be a big surprise. Maybe because you can only buy 4 comics with that, and then you're gonna have a little bit left over. Maybe Spider Woman, if you don't spend all your gems, because you always want some gems on the side. If Spider Woman is, you only have 38 gems, Spider Woman might not be a bad one. She might be a surprise because I think she will double this price easily when things move up. As it's moved up, it will move up less than these other ones, I think, but she is so low, unexpectedly so. Still first appearance. She's still going to be in the new Marvel movie, so in the new Spider-Man movie, I should say. Sorry, I think that's coming from Sony. The new Spider-Man movie. So yeah, and Haley Steinfeld, I think, is playing her voice, which is she's been doing a lot of stuff. So one's actually a good one. Black Cat. Ooh, I need to get Black Cat. I wish I had gotten Spider-Man 2099 off the drop. I'm not spending 1,000. If I'm gonna spend 1,000 on something, it's gonna be a golden moment. Goofy, and that guy's recovered. If you got a Goofy off the drop, congratulations. I know there's one lady or gentleman who got one off the drop. Shark bite. I might bite on that shark because that would complete my set of these bad boys. That would be fun. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. Now we're getting into the Christmas ones or the holiday ones, Christmas/holiday. Steamboat Willie. Yeah, a little bit too expensive. Anything you have here. I love the Coca-Cola polar bears. I think they're going to do well in the future. Yeah, so that's where I would stay. Those comics, and then maybe that Spider Woman, which is a weird one, I know, but she will not stay low for that long. That would probably be the first one I sell on a double, if and when it happens. And yes, so that is my opinion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the comic reading. Let's see if the market is open yet, to be honest. Let me reset my app here, and then we'll jump in. See if the market is open. See here, the market is open. Great. Uncanny X-Men. Why is that not up here? Super weird. Huh? Huh. Okay, we'll just do that. That's fine, I guess. The market is open, as you can see. So we're gonna look at the Uncanny X-Men here. We're going for 7 gems. All right. Well, let's read this comic and we'll see what this is all about. I might just purchase one because 60 gems, and the secret rare is going for 255. A lot of these secret rares are going for around that 200 range. See the Hulk. First secret rare is going for 495, so more expensive. Is Marvel. This was a release a few days ago. First secret rare around 219, so even cheaper. This was not a very good comic in my opinion. It wasn't super interesting or funny in like a cringy way, because a lot of these are like funny in a cringy way. So just because they're older comics and they're written in such a way. Let's see where the secret rare of the Captain America First Appearance of Falcon, around 500. So a lot of stuff is just down, down, down. A lot of NFTs on the market. All right, we're gonna move on to the comic. Again, you heard my opinion on what would you buy with 200 gems. I would stick to the most release of the Marvel Spotlight, which was the first appearance of the first appearance of Ghost Rider. And I would stick to the first appearance of Loki, which was the an Amazing Fantasy, the whatchamacallit. So, anyways, here what it was called. I'll just pull it up here. So, Marvel Spotlight, number 5, Journey into Mystery, 85. That is a good one to check out. Let's go ahead. We're going to do a quick unplug here so we can read on the iPad Marvel comic. Beautiful. We're going to do a little comic reading. We're going to see if this comic is any good. And that's one of them, is because sometimes comics, they surprise me. They are better than I expected. Like we are good to go there. They're better than I expected. That is always a fun place to be in with these. All right. Yeah. All right. We're looking for Uncanny X-Men. Beautiful. Uncanny X-Men. Interesting that they've like relaunched the series now and again. Here we go. That's the main issues. Number 46. Recognize a few of these because we do have a few of these in the app, which is always really fun. 96. There we go. Let's get into it. I'm not going to use the voice changer today because I haven't figured out how to. It makes this little sound when I'm turning it on and off.
Thinking I sound like this.
But it keeps on making the sound when I turn it on and off, and I don't like that. I want to get rid of that. But we will. All new, all different X-Men. Alright, let's go into it. Cyclops Storm, Banshee, Nightcrawler. I love Nightcrawler. Wolverine, Colossus, Children of the Atom, students of Charles Xavier mutants, feared and hated by the world they have sworn to protect. These are the strangest heroes of all. These are the X-Men. The Uncanny X-Men. Beautiful. Night of the Demon. Autumn's come early this year. September apples hanging heavy in the orchards. The trees on both sides of the Hudson River ablaze with 1,000 myriad fires, 1,000 myriad shades of death. You know him? Well, don't you? Cyclops, the Dark One, this great destroyer. You and your fellow men, X-Men, have walked into him. All of your young lives haunted him, tilted with him, and you've always gotten away unscathed. Till now. Until Thunderbird. Chris Claremont's author, Dave Chalcom, Sam Granier inker, Dave Hunt letterer, Phil Rachelson colorist, Marv Wolfman editor, with a welcome plotting assist from boisterous Bill Montelo. Love that. As Cyclops walking away, like his little cuffs on his boots. It's been weeks now since Thunderbird died, and the memory still hurts, doesn't it, Cyclops? The nagging feeling, the fear, that if you acted differently, Thunderbird would be alive today. Awake or asleep, you can't escape the images seared into the mind's eye. Images of Count Nefaria making a last desperate attempt to flee Valhalla base of Thunderbird, trying to stop him. You madman! You'll kill us both! For God's sake, lady, get off the plane! Off Thunderbird's final defiant cry. I am man, Xavier, a warrior of the Apache. And today, I'm going to prove it. Oh, jeez. He breaks through the glass of it. You remember what happened next, don't you, Cyclops? Plane explodes. See, Cyclops could have, hit the plane from there. I don't know why Thunderbird had to be, up there. And what happened after that? Cyclops, the aircraft, eats. See it, Peter. Crashes. Thunderbird hadn't gotten out. That's the real hell of this death, isn't it, Cyclops? Because you know it hadn't even tried to get out. You and the X-Men had saved the world from nuclear holocaust, but you lost a man to do it. And to try as you might, you can balance those scales in your mind or in your heart. Can you, Cyclops? No. Can you? No! Can you? No! Uses his lasers. Never cut loose like this before, without thought or care or restraint. The power flows through him like a thing alive. And for those few moments, there is hatred in him. Yes, but there is glory too. Unholy glory. Need. Hunger. But then the moments pass. Scott Summers is himself again. Lord, what have I done? Way to go, hero. I got handed to you, Summers. When they were giving out brains and common sense, you must not have even bothered to stand in line. You know how dangerous your eye beams are. Destroyed the cemetery. You knew the rules and the risk when you got into this game. All of the X-Men did, Thunderbird included. And you're a top man in your outfit, Cyclops. You wanted the job, and you're good at it. Now you've got to pay the price. Because this job means taking bad as well as the good. It means watching your friends live, watching them die. And Thunderbird is dead. Mister, all the wishing won't bring him back in the world. He's dead and you're alive, and that's it. Like it or not, no matter how much it hurts, the rest of us have to go on living. Rest in peace, John Proudstar. You've earned that much at least. So have you, Cyclops. And if you're not careful, you may soon be resting peacefully as permanently as your friend. What's happening? What's going on? Cut to now, across the woodland miles. his afternoon session of Wolverine. No! You caught me by surprise. I'll hit you full strength. Blah! X-Men. Fun and games. X-Men style. You hurt, my friend? Nah, you only had me mad. And baby, Wolverine just loves getting mad. Gain weight, Colossus. This isn't gonna hurt much. Ha! Correction, Wolverine. It will not hurt Peter at all. My wind blast have seen to that. Hey, Elf, what's so funny? You don't laugh at the Nightcrawler. Got that? Nightcrawler's laughing at him. Nobody laughs at Wolverine, mister. Good, watch out. Eh, nobody. Disappears. Wolverine! Laddie, take it easy. You could have killed the Nightcrawler, yeah? You know? Yeah, I know. Banshee, could I have a word with you, please? You're looking tired, Charles. I am tired of these last few weeks. Not been pleasant ones. I know of Thunderbird's death, but you've got this all down. It's Scott I'm worried about. He's trying not to show it, but Thunderbird's death is affecting him deep. He's starting to brood, make mistakes. He doesn't ease up on himself and relax. I don't know, Banshee. Just don't know. Blast. The 4 already? I'm expecting a new housekeeper. He's look after the house. Thing while I'm gone. Gone? Gone where? In fact, should be her now. Housekeeper, he says. A nice, wider woman, name of Moira MacTaggart? Bing bong. Bell goes. Probably 80 years old, ugly as sin without 40 years service in Scots Guards. All right, I'm a comin'. I said I was coming, but there's no need for ye learning a bloody door. Well, who the blazes are ye? Ah, beg your pardon? My name is Moira MacTaggart, and I've been engaged as a housekeeper here by Professor Charles Xavier. Do you want me to make something of it then? Ooh. Cut again to the once secret installation shrouded deep within the Andronemic Mountain Preserve of northern New York, and to be what will be. There's the Washington Courier, Dr. Lang, right on schedule. About time. A rendezvous with destiny. Strange. I've been working on this project for over 6 years. Now that thing is near fruition. I'm nervous as a freshman at finals. Michael, Colonel Rossi, it's good to see you. As right as I'm assuming, it's good news for me. I have some news, Dr. Lang, for your ears alone. Dr. Scott Lang, is that? Maybe the Ant-Man? They've agreed then. I've got the green light. No, not yet. Council wants a final report. Yay or nay, go or no go. And they want me to give it to them. And you're against it. We used to be friends. Michael, what happened? This happened. This project of yours. 6 years of your life, $1 billion of illegal appropriations. And for what? Just so you can kidnap a few lousy mutants? Yes! Kidnap them, secure these mutant specimens for an in-depth examination, so that mankind will at last know its true enemy. That's what my work is all about, Michael. Project Armageddon, the final ultimate conflict between Homo sapiens and Homo superior, between man and mutant. You think I'm exaggerating the threat? I think there's no threat. Why? Because the only mutants, only one who know for sure are X-Men? Who's playing the fool? Oliver Trask knew. He understood the danger and pointed the way. He tried to stop the mutants, Michael, and they killed him for it. Him and his son. They're talking about beasts. But they won't destroy me. Every contingency has been prepared for. No detail has been spared, Michael. Nothing left to chance. The mutants cannot stop me. No one can stop me now. I can stop you. You're wrong, Steve. All the way down in line. No, my friend, you are wrong. Because we are not the ancient Neanderthals facing these mutant Cro-Magnons. It is us or them. Kill or be killed, or no other way. Even if you thought that were true, your project isn't the answer. Not these days. The country couldn't survive with your kind of mutant witch hunt. Project Armageddon is over, Steve. It's finished. As soon as I get back to Washington, I'm just sorry it had to end like that. I mean, come on. I'm gonna kill you now. Like, you know that's gonna happen. He's gonna blame it on a mutant. I already even know this. So am I, Colonel Rossi, because that means you must never reach Washington. You idiots. It's night now. Quiet end to a long, strenuous day. Time to relax over a good meal. The time for the X-Men to be formally introduced to their new housekeeper. Quiet night, beautiful. Miss Moira MacTaggart. She's to look after the house and all of you while I'm away. You cutting out on us, boss? For a while, Wolverine. Every man needs a vacation at some point in his life. I've decided the time has come for mine. Mistress MacTaggart, I just wanted to apologize for me brusque manner in the afternoon. It's not necessary, Mr. Cassidy, ma'am. Show him, Cassidy. And I'm considered it an honor indeed for you to join me for a cup of coffee. And already asking her on a date? Calm down, buddy. Banshee seems quite taken with Miss MacTaggart. We all are, one way or another. But, Professor, you're so intent on keeping our existence secret from the world, why reveal our true nature to this housekeeper? This is my affair, Aurora, but rest assured, our secret is safe with Moira MacTaggart. Safe unto death. By the way, have you seen Scott anywhere? Zoom. Good lord, those are Scott's I-beams blasting full power, and they're right outside. Not quite, Professor. At least not anymore. My God, Scott! He gets thrown through the window. Laddie, you alright? Don't try and get up, boyo. Just rest easy. You'll be fine. No. Don't understand. It was right behind me, coming up fast. They'll be here any second now. Question, Cyclops. It's here now. Holy Hannah, what's that thing? Oh, it's a demon. Oh, this is the time.
Release the voice. I am Kierkegaard, little animal. Kierkegaard of the Shatterer of Souls. Kierkegaard, the Slayer of Men. Kierkegaard, the Damned. And I have come for you this night, the humans, your poor lives, and for your souls.
Whoa. He's bad.
I have come for you, eyeless one, for they awakened me before my time. Bzzz.
X-Men, scatter, attack the demon as a team. And Scott, I taught you. That's our only hope.
You speak as a leader, old one. Not my claws would taste your blood first.
Not while I'm Storm is alive to stop you, demon. Storm, no! Don't bother about me. My mental powers will protect me. I'm no danger, but you are. Get out of here, Storm. You're no match for the Kierkegaard. You're on your own. Get out now. Ah!
You are too slow, female, and Kierkegaard's claws are too sharp. Your death will be quick, wing one. You may thank Kierkegaard for the kindness.
Storm will thank you for nothing, monster. You threatened the Oro. He tried to kill you. Peter, be careful. And that Colossus will not allow. Throws him through the ceiling.
Do you animals think Kierkegaard is not so easily defeated? Are you such fools? I am a child of Ligari, a child of the elder gods. We have once ruled the earth of rooms.
Keyword once, right? I'm your master, humans. Oops.
You can never defeat me. Never.
Colossus, look out! Perhaps not, Gargoyle, but we can all die trying. Ah! The fall of this monstrous abomination. Fall! Why don't you fall? Zip. He gets hit with the tail and zapped, it looks like.
Kierkegaard does not fall. Such a thing as you, changeling.
Bella, you just said the wrong thing. Because the misfit may be misfit, but he's Wolverine, buddy, and nobody beats on Wolverine's buddies. You hurt me. For the first time in countless aeons, a human has hurt me. Hurt you, baby. You ain't seen nothing yet. There's a saying about Wolverines. The four-legged kind, you can just push them just so far, and then they'll go for your throat. Ah! and they won't back off until you're dead, or they are. That is cool about Wolverine. He's pretty intense. Same goes for the mutant known only as Wolverine. Ugh! Push him too far, and he goes mad. And when he does, he kills. Case in point. 10 years of psycho training in hypnotism, drug therapy, 10 years of praying, and he ain't coming in pieces without a thought. Wow, he really destroyed that thing. Nothing changes, Professor. I thought I'd learned to control myself. I guess I was wrong. And you want to know something funny? Bad. Want to know something even funnier? Kikrat's not dead. But huh? Hey man, this is crazy. I blasted him a full dozen times, full strength, and each time he performed stronger than before. Well, each time I felt weaker. All look weaker. As if our strength. I love Scott's in like a swimsuit now. All of you look weaker, as if our strength of life forces were somehow being leached away from us. By him, Kikrat. He's the key to the battle, and possibly the key to the salvation as well. We must try to mind probe before he's fully recovered. Professor, no, it's too dangerous. The cry comes too late, for already Charles Xavier's probe is deep inside the mind of Kikrat, the shatter of souls. Deep inside hell. He is swept along like a wood chip in a flood of alien images, till, for the briefest of moments, he actually becomes Kikrat. Interesting. And in that next moment, Charles Xavier screams. Ah! Wow, that is some artwork. That's like some metal band artwork. Jeez. Look out, hey y'all. The beastie's loose again. Get the professor to safety. My sonic blasts aren't gonna hold him for long. Lord in heaven, my mind. Well, if sonic blasts do ya not good, let's see if young Kelpie fares. Firing a gun against close range machine gun fire. Moira MacTaggart comes running around. Moira, me darling, you a fine figure of woman and brave one of the boot, but I'm thinking like ye lot. But here's now, lassie, you're gonna be playing out of your league. So stay under cover, stay out of trouble, and stay alive. Banshee's taking her away. Cyclops, the professor's coming around. Lord, what I saw, no man could see. God, what are you doing? Not well, sir. Holding our own. We cannot defeat Kikrat fighting hand to hand. Must destroy him at the source. Cairn Storm. You must steal the cairn. Go, child. I will direct you. But hurry, Storm. Hurry, or we're all doomed. The night wind is a welcome caress on her bare skin. She soars high and away into the midnight sky. And Storm's awesome. She is free now. Houses, walls, people, of the cages mankind builds to lock himself into, free and happy and alive. For the moment, there is the cairn the professor spoke of, and he was right. Evil is here, ancient, monstrous evil. An evil that hungers for its prey. Oh, there's like tons of demons, wow. It will be a pleasure to destroy it. Ah! He gets stabbed. There's no warning, only a lash of blinding agony down Storm's back as the phantom spears strike home. Gods, cold, can't let them again. If they do, I'm dead. But what are they? They're not real. They're just things of smoke and light. Things created by Cairn. Tibby. Tibbs. Hold on 1 second. My cat's trying to get out. Okay. How about that? What are you doing? Demon spawn, then creation of Nagara. Well, whatever they are, from whatever the hell they spawn, they seem to find Storm no easy prey. Perhaps not, but the Nagari, even minor demons, are no mean foes either. The bolt of energy of the Cairn, there's no time to avoid it. Zap! My mind, fuzzy, nothing fits together. I can't concentrate. Oh no, oh dear, oh god, no. The cairn, I'm being pulled into the cairn, into the dark. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm being pulled into no matter how hard I can try and break free. But I must. I must be free. And I shall be free. He blasts it. Rubble. Simultaneously, in one instant, a cairn is riven with fire and sacred words reformed. Cage door slams shut forever. And in that same instant, 30 miles away, the demon simply ceases to exist. Kirkrat is gone. I'm probably Kirat, probably pronouncing that weird. Yes, Scott, I think that Storm has done her work well tonight. But what was the professor? Where did he come from? Why did he attack us? I don't know, Scott. Don't think we'll ever know for sure. But whatever Kirat and his kind were, they were once ruled mankind. They want very much to rule mankind again. We have not seen the last of Kirat Scott or his Nagari kind. God help us all. Epilogue. A minor thread really come to rest in an apple orchard outside Red Hook, New York. Colonel Rossi! Mickey! Mickey! No use, sir. They're all dead. Every man aboard, including the colonel. For pity's sake, Major, there's nothing you can do. Miles away, a man, done enough, watches the scene, man and laughs. Some old friends return, and the X-Men suddenly find themselves locked in battle to death. The shocker we call My Brother, My Enemy. Next issue. So we see that they wanted to end an anti-mutant government program, and the colonel who was going to end it, or major or whatever, they were killed. Of course, why would you radio home and tell him that before you came home? And why would you tell a mad scientist that you were going to cancel him and ruin his life's work? I don't know. Probably not a good idea before you fly home. All right, guys, thank you so much. You looked at that. Let's maybe check out the market real quick one last time. See what's happening here. And hopefully, so with X-Men, again, at probably around 7 or 8 gems. Yes, and then of course we have a bunch of the gold moments have started popping off a little bit here and there. Nothing too crazy. Some of these lenticular cards have started to move up. Goofy certainly has moved up. Looks like Pluto has as well. See if Batman versus Killer Croc. 510 still pretty low. And let's see if the failure of control 170 below the 200 you could have bought it at launch. See where this common is. 95 Deadpool common was sitting above 100 for a while, so that might be a good one. And then the second release of Batgirl, which I'm not super keen on. I think I actually got one of those unreleased. I don't remember if I sold that rather quick. Goofy is one that has recovered 1.7. Held on to that. Good for you. You're doing pretty well. And we will see what happens in the next coming weeks. I think, I have a good outlook for VeVe for the rest of the year. I think the Federal Reserve will raise interest rates not as much as they were going to without this Ukrainian thing, which will be ultimately good for the markets. We will see what happens with this Ukrainian thing. Again, I think those with assets will do better than those with your cash on the sideline. But if I had, let's say I had 10,000 in cash, I definitely would not spend it all today. I would slowly over months, dollar cost average in. So that is my opinion. That's what I would personally do. Of course, I have my 3 buckets. We have capital or your gems in VeVe, your ones that you want to trade, and then your last bucket is your holds for a long time, like your golden moments, your Mickeys, whatever. Where you want to hold them for a long time, your Todd Batmans. Hold them for a long time, maybe a couple of years. And if they go crazy, maybe you'll let one go because it's life changing, right? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Remember, follow me on the 3Ts and IG, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram for more info. SodiPopMedia.com. I'm pretty active on Twitter. I will most likely have another Twitter Spaces this Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific time with me and Win Pokemon. and many others. That is just meant to be a nice, little bit shorter space, like an hour, 2 hours, meant to be a little more focused and for many ideas to come in. So we want as many people to participate as possible, bring in good ideas, make it a nice positive space. We can speak about negative things. We can speak about things that we don't like about the app or we think VeVe needs to change, but not in a just like complaining, bitching about it way, in a way that is more constructive to like, all right, what can we do about this? Who does it better? Is there the ability to pressure VeVe into it? Is there not? Is this something that is as serious as we're making it out to be? That type of stuff. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. Much love. Remember, be yourself and